What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin Bees. I'm a wife, a mom, a military veteran, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out of it. Now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing, the tactics that are used. And even though I just did that intro, this really doesn't have anything to do, well, I guess it kind of does. We're going to talk about my journey with healing from toxic diet culture, the damage that it did to my metabolism, what I'm doing now, and my goals, I guess. I know this is a little bit different than what I typically do. I'm fresh from the gym. I had a whole plan to get ready and do all of this stuff, and I was just on a FaceTime with JJ, and she was like, "You're just film, just hit the record button and talk about it." This video was inspired by many of you. And thank you for that. I put the food that I eat in my stories on Instagram. So if you're not following me there, you can. You can also follow me on TikTok. Here's my handles. It's going to be on one of these sides. Anyways, here's my handles so you can follow me there. Also, follow me on Facebook because I'm going to start doing some streaming and some different things over there that you can check it out on my page over there. And yeah, so I put in my stories what I'm eating, and the feedback that you guys give me is that, oh my God, thank you so much for posting this, because I really was concerned that I wanted it to be a healthy outlook. I wanted it to be a healthy thing, because toxic diet culture for me has been such a problem in the past. And when I was in a multiple health and wellness multi-level marketing companies, that was an issue. So before we get to where I'm at today, let's kind of go back. For those of you that are brand new to my channel, if you would, feel free to like, comment, ask me your questions in the comments too. I would love to interact with you guys on that way, or in that way. And subscribe if you haven't already. So let's go back. I am a woman that started very early in sports. I think I played soccer at the age of 4. I played soccer all through high school. My sophomore year, I was always very athletic. I was the kid that did sports year round. I was in some sort of sport, volleyball. I ran track at one point. I was huge into basketball. I discovered basketball, not discovered it, but I started playing it at 12, and I played all through high school. Tore my ACL my junior year. And I really feel like that was the start of a difficult relationship, not just with my body, but also with food. And when you're an athlete and you get injured and you have, you used to be able to eat whatever you want because you were constantly running and all of that stuff, very, very active. And then you're recovering from surgery. There's a certain amount of, I need to adjust this, that I didn't understand. And when you are younger, and this is just my opinion, obviously, if you need help with your health and wellness journey, you need help with, what to eat, how to eat it, how to work out, please see a professional. This is just me sharing my journey because a lot of you ask. By no means am I a professional, and please seek professional guidance if you need help. If that looks like a personal trainer, if that looks like a dietitian, which I'll talk about here in a second, whatever that looks like for you. I just get a lot of questions about my journey, and so I want to create that space in this video where we can talk about it and you can ask questions. But again, please seek professional advice if you are needing help in any of these areas. So when I was in high school and I injured my knee, it was almost like having to learn a new language. I had the emotional turmoil, I had the physical turmoil and pain from healing and all of that stuff. And I think looking back, there was definitely some depression, definitely some depression. And I never took the time to learn how to fuel my body. I just ate whatever I wanted, which is probably like a lot of us as teenagers. And so when I fast forward into becoming, older, having kids, what that does to the body. I never understood my body. And I think, in my opinion, this is exactly what some of these health and wellness MLMs look for, people that just don't understand and they're looking for guidance. And let me just say, no MLM product, no strip, no pill, no shake, no drink is going to be the answer. Many of those products, in my opinion, they have an appetite suppressant. And so you're not going to eat as much as you were. And sometimes people lose weight because of that. Sometimes people move their body more because many of these products that these MLM companies have say that they're going to give you more energy. Well, if you have more energy to do more and you are not eating as much, you see where I'm coming from here? And I think that I was everything that I had gone through, I think I was kind of the perfect victim, if you will, for these health and wellness MLMs. Didn't realize it at the time. Yeah. Anyways, when I got out of Prove It, after years of fasting, intermittent fasting every single day, a 60-hour fast every single month, very, 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 very restrictive eating, tracking everything. I did training on macros, which, by the way, I had no right to be doing. All of those things, very, very restrictive, and excluded carbs in a really big way. And it was very dangerous, very dangerous. And once I got out of Prove It, May of 2021 was when I really started to get into the gym and started to lift weights. And it was yet another time in my life where I felt like I had to learn a new language. You know, I had to redo all of the stuff that I was doing to my body when I was in Prove It. And then I had to figure out what works for me. And at that point, I just started to just eat whatever, because I was like, I've been so restrictive. You know, I was constantly looking for a solution. I was constantly looking for, well, should I do a cut? Should I do a bulk? Should I do this? Should I do that? It was chaotic. That's the best way that I know to describe it. So what I did is I just kept going to the gym consistently, got on a schedule, got on a routine. I was playing basketball at the time. I'm not currently, but hopefully soon. And I just had to figure it out. And so I just wanted to tell you guys, like, that is where all of this was coming from. So let's go to present day. What am I currently doing? I'm lifting 4 to 5 times a week, and I'm really working on repairing my metabolism. I worked with a dietitian and was tracking everything, you know, and we were communicating back and forth. And she was like, you're doing all of the right things, but I didn't trust myself. You know, where I feel like we're constantly looking for somebody else to tell us what we need to do with our bodies. And we need to figure it out for ourselves. And I was having a conversation. We went out to like an afternoon double date with our neighbors, and we were talking, and you know, they're very into fitness, and we were, you know, having a couple drinks and chatting. And our neighbor across the street, he was like, you don't need to do a cut. You need to bulk. And I was just like, I could feel my body go, oh my God. Like when I think of bulking, I think of like the mass protein type shakes. And I'm like, oh my God, no. Or I think of like crazy amounts of calories. Here's what this bulk looks like to me. And again, I'm not a professional. I'm just sharing my journey. And if it helps and you choose to seek working with a professional, that is awesome. That is my whole goal in this video. Maybe also to answer some questions or just to speak about this on a deeper level, because it's really hard to do that through Instagram stories or, you know, on a live or whatnot. And so I wanted to really just kind of dive deeper into it. And so what I'm doing is I'm eating 4 to 5 times a day. And the reason that I'm doing that is because I have been so restrictive when it comes to eating. I was not eating enough. I was not eating often enough for my activity levels. There were times where I was running, I was playing basketball for several hours on Friday nights and was typically burning 1,000 to, I don't know, 1,200 calories in a few hours. And I was not eating enough. And so that was something I had to learn for myself. I am using my Fitness Pal. I am tracking everything that I'm eating. I'm consistently working out, lifting weights, different body parts 4 to 5 times a week. I like to pair things. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I'm doing. Um, I pair muscle groups a little bit different than what I've seen. And so I will do legs and I will hit all of the muscle groups. And then I do shoulders separately. I do biceps and triceps together, so arms. And then I do chest and back together. I like pairing muscle groups that are opposing one another. It's just, in my mind, that's just how I like to do it. And then I do 20 minutes of low impact, sustained cardio. So I will walk on a treadmill at an incline of 10 at 2 miles an hour for 20 minutes. That's what I do. My goal is not weight loss. And the reason that it's not weight loss is because that's been my goal for many, many years. And that, in my opinion, is what took me down that really toxic path where diet culture was able to kind of get their hands on me. If diet culture were like a person, I know I'm wording that weird. But my goal is to get stronger. I want to get stronger in the gym. I want to test myself strength wise. And in order to get stronger, we have to eat. We have to fuel our bodies. In order for us to be able to use what we're putting in our bodies, we have to work on our metabolism too. And so for me, as we were having that conversation on that double date, when he said bulk, I was like, oh my God. And it's been definitely challenging to eat that much. I'm typically about 2,400 calories a day. I'm usually about 250-ish grams of carbs a day. I have about 145 grams of protein a day. And I think it's under 90 grams of fat a day is kind of where I'm at. Everybody's going to be a little bit different, but my hope with this entire video, again, is the fact that maybe you just choose to have a meal, or maybe you choose to drink the water, and you just decide to take some steps and make some progress on your health and wellness journey, and to maybe seek out a professional. My relationship with food has been terrible over the years, and that's been really, really difficult to deal with, especially as active as I am. For us women, I just feel like society teaches us that, we eat salads when we go out to lunch. Well, that's fine. Have the vegetables, but in my opinion, based on my activity for myself, it's important that I have much more than that. And so reworking that thought process for me has been challenging at times, but I will tell you, I'm stronger than I've ever been in the gym. I have more energy. I'm not as tired. I used to be somebody that would have to take a lot of naps, and it's because I wasn't eating enough. And as active as I am, that was really tough. And so no longer do I look at the scale. I look at the numbers that I'm throwing up on the weights in the gym. I look at how I'm feeling. I look at how I'm sleeping. I'm watching all of those kinds of things because I do feel like a lot of that has to do with food and eating the right amounts and for our bodies. And so that is how I'm repairing my metabolism. And there's lots of content out there for you guys to really dive in from people that are professionals and can help you with what to do and how to go about doing it. And but I feel better than I feel better than I ever have. And I'm really excited because the other day, some of you saw it in my stories. I try to put my workouts, I try to put what I'm eating and what I'm doing in my stories on Instagram and Facebook. And it's just to try and encourage you guys to do what you feel you want to do with your health and wellness journey, whatever that looks like for you. Yeah. And, but anyways, the other day, my husband and I went to the gym on the weekend because I'm getting to the point where I need a spotter to do certain things, because I'm not comfortable necessarily throwing up the weight that I am. on my own, and I feel more comfortable with a spotter. So I have kind of changed my routine around to where my husband can go with me on the weekends, and I can do those things that require a spotter. One of them is bench press. And um, I was at 85 pounds, which is, I'm very excited about that. And so I would put that up comfortably. I'm doing 3 sets. And again, I'm not a professional. This is just what I'm doing. Please seek a professional. If you want to put your own routine together, here's how I did it. I picked a muscle group that I wanted to work. I picked I Google searched the exercises that work that muscle group. Then I would go to YouTube and I would type in the type of exercise so that I can make sure that I'm doing it with proper form. And this is just because I didn't necessarily want to work with a personal trainer because I've been athletic my entire life. But I also want to make sure that I'm doing things safely and that I'm using proper form to prevent injury. However, if you are somebody that is not athletic and doesn't really have a lot of experience, please work with a professional. Please, 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 to prevent injuries. Okay. But anyway, so I found the exercise, and then I would go to YouTube and I would watch videos on how to do it with proper form. And then I would go to the gym and I would do it. And that's how I've put together all of my routines. And that's why I put it in my stories, is because this is what's working for me. This is what feels good to me, and take what feels right. You can take that to the professional that you're working with or whatnot. And yeah, so on Sunday, when I went with my husband, I had already done some chest exercises. I have never done a 1 rep max in my life. Never. Prior to bulking, I was doing 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. And now I am going as heavy as I can safely with good form and a spotter when I need it. And I'm doing 3 sets of 4 because I'm focusing on building muscle. I'm focusing on repairing my metabolism through food. And then I'm also doing cardio. And I feel like it's a double-edged sword, kind of, in a good way, though. I feel like it's a 2-for-1. Maybe that's a better way to say that. Like I'm building muscle burns calories, and it increases your metabolism. But then also I am doing cardio. So it's great for cardiovascular health, but it's also fantastic for burning fat. And so I feel like it's kind of it's a 2-for-1. It's like a coupon, right? And anyway, so we go to the gym. I had already done some chest exercises. It was time for bench press. He was going to spot me. And I was like, okay. I did 1 set and I was like, all right, cool. And I knew I was going to increase weight. I looked at him and I was like, babe, should I do a 1 rep max? I've never done that. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. But I didn't want to know the numbers. I didn't want to know what I was putting up. So I was like, just put some weight on there. Don't tell me what it is. And I'm going to get it up. And what's really funny is, I don't know if this is a guy thing. Ladies, for those of you that lift that are watching this, let me know if you guys do this. But it was so cute. He looked at me and he goes, okay, so what makes you mad? And I am the calmest, most, I don't want, like, level-headed. Like I don't have really high emotions or really low emotions. I'm pretty like even keeled, I guess, with my emotions or whatever. It takes a lot to really make me mad. And I was like, what are you talking about? I don't need to get mad to throw up a lot of weight. I am a woman and I know what my body is capable of, and women are strong. I don't need to get mad. And he was like, no, like, what makes you mad? I'm like, nothing. Like, let's just go. And so he put on, after the fact, I know now, but he put up 115, or he put that on the bar. There it is. And at first I couldn't get it up, and that pissed me off. So I guess he was kind of right. And so I didn't even get up off the bench. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to get this up. And he was like, okay. And I said, just put your hands here, but don't help me. I can get this up. And it took everything in me to get this 115 pounds up. Keep in mind, I had already done 1 set of bench press and I had already done other exercises. Now, when I go do a 1 rep max, obviously I'm going to do it the right way and not work out that muscle group before I do the 1 rep max, just so I can really test myself. But I got it up and I was so proud of myself, because it's not a number on the scale. It's a number testing my strength That strength is built through food. That strength has not been built through an MLM product or something along those lines. It was me that did that. And I'm really, really proud of that. And I want you guys to be really proud of that. I want you to feel amazing. I want you to have more energy. And if working with a professional or whatnot is what needs to be done, my hope is that just through me sharing this video, through everything that I'm putting in my Instagram stories and on my Instagram and on social media in general, I just really hope that it's inspiring you to make those moves for yourself. Maybe it's not the same moves that I'm making. Maybe it's, something completely different based on your abilities. I just want you guys to make those moves so that you feel better. I don't know. So I'm not going to lie, this feels very awkward to me, but I've been getting a lot of questions, and it's just really hard to explain it in Instagram stories or on a live. And so I thought I would just come here with you guys, have this conversation. And again, this is all just based on my opinion. It's my journey, and it's not professional or medical advice or anything like that. I know I've said this a lot. I just want to make sure that you guys understand. Please go seek a professional dietitian, personal trainer, if you are needing help with getting started. But ultimately, I just want to inspire you guys, hopefully, to make those moves for you, whatever that looks like. And so if you have any questions, I will do my best to answer. I will use my network to get your questions answered the best that I can. But I'm eating more. I'm putting more calories in my body. I've changed my workouts, and I really, really feel amazing. And I just want you guys to also feel amazing. So, all right, I'm going to go now. Thank you guys for being here. And again, if you have any questions, if there's anything that I can do, please don't hesitate to reach out. If you loved this video, I know it's a little bit different, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate all of your commentary, your questions that I know you'll put in the comments. And go eat something, go have some water. And if you're able to, go and move your body, and maybe that just looks like getting in some steps or whatnot. But just know that I am here and I am cheering you on, and I'm super proud of you. I'm glad that you guys are here, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.